Alright, fools, welcome back to another update. A quick one. Somewhat unconvincing lights. Let's turn this off. Dark corridors. However, we have a cog pod here. It is 50 cubic meters exactly, which took a lot of finagling. Oh no! 51 I'm gonna have to look into what that is. How did that happen? 50. 50. Watch me completely forget one of them is wrong. 50. There must have been a component I put in that I forgot to remove. But the number, the volume system of the various shapes do not make... Oh, here's a texture problem. Do not make obvious sense. You can see I am not making the best use of available space. I'll get more into that. This one hasn't been done yet, so you can see it still needs the extra work, which I'm not sure how I'm going to fit in there with this wall blocking it. But I will find a way. So, yeah, this is a cargo corridor. It goes straight back to the hangar. Does not require particular security to get through, though frankly the carbon fiber walls are not super tough, so, you know, actual game-playing attackers who wanted to sort of commandeer this ship for themselves or something wouldn't have too much trouble burrowing through these walls, unfortunately. Not so much I can do without making the ship damn heavy. And even regular, like, combat armor walls they can get through eventually. But, you know, the two cargo pods that are on the sort of fatter end of the base of the neck, there you go. So, okay. Still haven't really done much with this. Bear with me as I turn this crap off because this interface doesn't show up. Okay. F6, F6, there you go. Haven't done any extra work. I mean, there are seats now for the use of this, and in trying to use it, I found out they are not for use on the ground, and this is driving me nuts with the not for use on the ground business. Here we'll have the access to the wing areas, and as you can see, I have started putting in the floor and the ceiling constraints, and I'm going to jump out the side here so you can see what that looks like. It goes down a fair bit. Well, not a fair bit. I am not 100% happy with the depth. What are those beacons? Do you see those lights? What are those? That is really weird. Anyways, you know, the girth of the neck here is a little off-putting, but you know, there's only so much you can do. But you can see there's in an attempt to funnel atmosphere through a channel that will stabilize the vehicle upon entry, there's this sort of pinch point here, but then it expands outward again and produces a certain shape. It's not terrible. I mean, it honors the original game in the shape. These angles right here drive me. Oh, look at that, a straight piece. I cannot get a consistent angle here is really off-putting. I wish they would do this, like a piece like this and a piece like this that were synonymous with these half I don't know, 30-degree angle approximately. I don't know. I wish they would. So let's go back to the hangar. Let's see. Now has a couple of back hangar lights to illuminate the area where people and vehicles are supposed to go when they want to board or various things. The hangar has gotten some extra work. So now there's including defenses. Like anybody trying to gain access via the ramp has got multiple hard points to try to defeat in so doing. And also notice that the shield now bends appropriately. Let's see, so up the ladder. I suppose defenders could also join the fray by standing here, because they gotta, you know, their angle outward is better than any angle inward, I think. So it's a fairly defensible position, and if it's the only way in and out, which seems stupid, like what about an emergency hatch somewhere? Well, unfortunately, an emergency hatch somewhere means it's an enemy ingress at the same point. But anyways, so I took out the wall. You can see there's still remnants of the name. I don't know where else I'll put the name. Maybe up here if I change the texture of the sort of ventilation thingies. But now there's workstations. Like there's a repair station. There's a not fully advanced, because that seems like overkill. The ship should have to rely on some sort of base for some of its operations. So I kind of feel like the game shouldn't have advanced unless you... Or there's some consequence to having the advanced constructors that make it a particularly maxed out level ship that cannot be easily made or run. And, you know, mirror image on the other side, and there's a way up and one way down, and there's some texturizing, and it's all pretty good. Oh, and not entirely related, but this guy's engine capacity, or power plant capacity, was insufficient to the tasks that it needed. So I had published a version that will destroy its own power plants rather quickly. So in the thing right through here, there are now extra power plants, and it is just enough. And I have updated it, but I still need to do that stupid business of putting my a custom picture into the thing before I upload it to Steam. Otherwise, it will overwrite what I've got there. That's an annoying thing I wish they would fix. But that was updated for that purpose. Let's see. I will publish it. So you can see I'm a little not sure. Like, I had taller ceilings and you know, these nice lights. But you can only go so far. But it feels like wasted space, because to be consistent with the tunnel, I should bring this all the way back, and I'm gesturing with my hand like you can see it. Bring it all the way back here, which means all this space up here is for naught. So I should put some sort of like oxygen tanks or something up there. In fact, actually, before I started trying to figure out how to get each one of these to be exactly 50. Oh, that one needs work too. Did I not do that? Sometimes the mirroring effect doesn't always work. But there's the other one, and that one definitely isn't. But to either side... Oh, look at this! I have somehow cut off access to all the things. So that's another consequence of doing that. So I'll have to make some adjustments. But anyways, I'll just take it out here. Whoops, wrong side. This shape is 1. And these guys only added up to 48, so on this side also 1. And this, it makes more wasted space. It's not even a good, like, additional piece of armor to keep the space and gun and bullet thingies out. But at first I had a fuel tank on one side, an oxygen tank on another, and I was naming them all up and down the neck, starboard and port, neck, O2 and or fuel reserve, and those are explosives. So it just seems, I finally decided tactically, anybody who knew anything about this ship design and wanted to assault one would go for the neck. Like, hey, we can blow a hole in the side just by targeting the right spot, the fuel will explode. And the design sort of allowed for that, but also protected, you know, like, you couldn't get them all because each one was individually far apart from the other, and the explosions were too far apart to chain or cause any severe damage. And I was also thinking, well, maybe it's also by design. What if the, whatever you call this section up front, maybe if this could act autonomously, if the neck was blasted off on purpose, and this guy could suffice as a damaged but functional ship going forward to get home to base or something and save the crew or something. I don't know. I just decided it was too much, and I took it out. Because I did need the 50 cubic meters per pod, which is strict to the game. So there you have it. So mostly it was hangar work, and I'm saying hangar for fun. I don't actually have that accent. Yeah. But it was mostly working on the hangar and working on these tunnels. And apparently I have a little bit more to do, which I will do, and I will see you again later, or else.